Hey, hey, hey. As you can see, I've made it today right on time. It is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm your host, Jay. And you're watching Let's Talk About It. So, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do as I always do, give you a chance to let someone get on, invite someone, share this link. You know, my goal is 10,000 viewers, and I can't do it without you. Yes, I can see me. I'm good to go. So it's clear. Woo! It's Donnerstag. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Thursday. That was German I just used before. Here's what you have to understand about German. And I guess I'll go ahead and cut off that music while I'm doing this. But here's the one thing you got to understand about German, okay, is that when you've been saying as long as I have, that you could have some words that that automatically come out. Now you remember, I've been over here, actually got here, you might say since 1967. That's a few years, right? So the languages kind of get twisted up, all right? But look, I am anxious to get to my quote for today. Excuse me. It's that allergy time of year. Now look, it's a short one. But I pray it's a powerful one that you get something out of. And you ready for this? You ready? Okay, here it comes. The best way to get something done is to begin. Now, I don't know who wrote that, but I thought it made a whole lot of sense. And why is it saying that? Because a lot of people are sitting around waiting, right? Example, I want to buy a new house. I want to buy a new car. They know they need to make more money to do that. Yeah, I'm going to start this plan B, this online business tomorrow. I'm going to start it tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow morning, well, look, I need to wait until I get that next check. I need to wait until I go get a fresh haircut or get my hair done if you're a lady. So many reasons not to get started. So again, the best way to get something done, just start. Okay? Because you can't hit the finish line until you start. Now let's get into my affirmations. You know, I always read these. And I'm just reading a couple from 20. It says, number one, I'm so happy and grateful that I am chosen by God for greatness, that I have 10,000 members in my coaching Facebook group. And you see it down at the bottom, Jay's 7-Figure Club. If you're not a member, you're losing out. And then, of course, I have 10,000 viewers in my daily show. Let's talk about it, right? Not finished. I am totally healthy. I weigh in at 95 kilo. Whatever I put my mind to, I can achieve. That's just starting. That's just part of 20. What are yours? Did you read your affirmations this morning? Do you believe in your affirmations? That's what we talk about on this show. All right, let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is, by the way, before getting into today's topic, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing training. It's called Branding Part 2. Branding Part 2. And it will be on content. Posting good content to have you labeled as a leader and generate tons of leads consistently for sales in your business. So if you're in business or thinking about getting into business, you got to attend that training. But the only way you can attend it is you have to be a member of Jay's 7-Figure Club. It's for the people who've taken the time to go ahead and answer the 2 or 3 questions, right? And that they ask you when you go there and hit the join button, right? And also agreeing to follow the rules, and then you become a member, all right? So private membership club, anybody's welcome to attend. I don't care what company that you're marketing for. I'm giving you my over 40 years in direct marketing, I've been online since 2008. And yes, I made and started out losing a lot of money because I didn't know what to do. So I'm trying to cut your learning curve for you and taking everything I've learned and put it into weekly lessons, at least two. Okay. And the material I put together today, I can't wait to get started. I really can't. So let's go ahead and get on with today's topic. Now, I'm using an article. You know, I like to take people's articles and then dissect them as we go along. Okay. The gentleman's name is Travis Bradberry, and his article is 9 Signs You're Successful, even if it doesn't feel like it. So a lot of times we are successful and it just doesn't feel like it. So let's see what he has to talk about. Because I found it to be pretty interesting. Now, number one, it says that if you're ambitious, you're bound to feel like a failure from time to time. Excuse me. If you're ambitious, you're bound to feel like a failure from time to time. Lofty goals lead to inevitable moments when you aren't yet living up to your expectations. Something I've done over the years, and I have to sometimes check myself. Okay, is that I'm one of those people that say I'm analytical, that everything, I try to be the best at what I do, not second best. Now, this is because of my upbringing. My father always taught us that people don't remember second place. All right. And I've done that in my financial planning career. I've done it when I have my store. Okay. It's just something that I want to be the best at what I do. And sometimes you can put unnecessary pressures on yourself that's actually holds you back. Okay. Because like right now, I'm looking into hiring a virtual assistant because there's so much that I want to get done that I can't get it all done in a 24-hour day and do the other things that you need to do to enjoy life. Okay. Because if you're just doing business, then where's the success? Okay. Some people say, when I retire, I'll enjoy life. No, you enjoy life now because you don't know how long life really is. So we live in a world that reinforces this feeling, though most people won't admit it, other than the guy with the he who dies with the most toys wins bumper sticker. Okay, because a lot of people, they say success is from the number of toys, like the biggest car, the biggest watch, the biggest gold chain or whatever. Those are things that actually say I'm successful. Okay, I've never liked big chains. I have one little small thin chain that I wore for years with a cross on it that I believe, I hope I'm right, my wife gave it to me. Okay, other than that, I have no reason. And I always put it in my t-shirt so you couldn't see it. I didn't want to be one of those gold chain guys. We call them fake millionaires. Okay. It is a shame we fall prey to the materialistic thinking because we certainly know better. A study by Strayer University found that 90% of Americans believe happiness is a bigger indicator of success than power, possessions, or prestige. Yes. Digging a little deeper, 67% define success as good relationships with friends and family, and 60% said it is loving what you do for a living. Only 20% stated that monetary wealth determines success. If you're working and you feel that you're in your purpose, you are successful. Okay. I've learned in I call it the second half of my career, to spend time with the family. That's success. And if I wasn't in business for myself, I wouldn't be able to do it. If I had to go out and work a 9 to 5, I couldn't have my grandchild come over or great grandkids come over. Grandchild, mother, and great grandkids, her kids, come over at like 2:00 in the afternoon. Okay, on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. I couldn't do that. I'd have to wait till the weekend. Right? So, yes, I agree with everything they said in that paragraph. So, real success is about who you are, how far you've come. If you ever worry that you're not as successful as you should be, You may be evaluating yourself against the wrong criteria. Sometimes you just need a reminder as to what you really accomplished in life. The success indicator that follow will help you do just that. Now, I'm going to tell you this, what they're saying there, and to me, this is what I believe you need to do. Sit down, take a piece of paper. Now, of course, I'm speaking to people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and actually take notes on the things that you feel good about that you did in your lifetime. Okay? And I guarantee you that you could probably write a bio from just the accomplishments you've already done. Come on, look at Obama. Okay, he's written 2 books already. They call it life biography. Yeah, you could do it in your late 50s, early 60s. You've accomplished a lot. But a lot of times that we're so focused on that dollar sign that we don't realize what we've done already in life that we could actually share with someone else. So, number 1, and I like these, I really enjoyed these. Number 1 is you're no longer the center of the universe. It says we all know successful people who act like they're the center of the universe. It is their world and the rest of us just live in it, right? That's not success. True success requires the ability to feel empathy, okay? To realize that other people's feelings and dreams are just as important as ours, and we cannot succeed without them. This is what I love about the network marketing industry. Yes, all of us have wants, dreams, and desires. We call them goals, we call them visions. But the success comes in the number of other people that we can help reach their goals and their dreams. That means that the more we help, ours will automatically happen. Okay? So it's like write down your goals and then take your eyes off of you. It's not about you anymore. It's about how many can you help achieve their dreams. Number two says, you stay positive. Hope and optimism are essentially components of a happy life. If you dwell on the things that go wrong, you become bitter and resentful. When that happens, you fail. No matter what you may have achieved, real success means always seeing the bright side and believing you have the power to make even the worst situations better. Okay, now when they wrote that, they didn't know that I'm a Vagi or a Libra. I was born in October. We're the scales people. We love to try to balance out things for people. Does it always work? No. Okay. And sometimes I have to resist, especially when it comes to family members like sisters and brothers, and understanding that I can't live their life, but happiness we're all entitled to and we can all have. Okay. I think it's a very important. If you're successful and you're not happy, then you need to check your priorities. You need to check your goals. You need to ask yourself, are you really working in your purpose? Or are you just working for a dollar bill? Because if you're working for a dollar bill, you're a very unhappy person, right? I know, okay? You know one thing about getting old, what's beautiful about getting old? I look back to my career and the number of hours I spent away from the family, making money to make sure they could go on these wonderful vacations, to places where a lot of people never go, like Portugal. I was blessed to go to Israel. Okay, I've been to Mallorca, Spain. I've been to Paris, Eiffel Tower, London, seen Big Ben. And these are, yes, they cost money. But guess what? If you live in New Jersey and you can get to Niagara Falls, that's fantastic. Okay, it's if you've seen the what they call the place, Hoover Dam, Grand Canyon. Even the Route 1 in California, and you live in New Jersey. Hey, you've done some traveling. Be grateful for what God's allowing you to do up until now and what he will allow you to do in the future if that's what you want. All right. So, number three, you know what? Failure isn't forever. You've learned that the only people who never fail are those who don't try. When you fail, you don't automatically assume that you're a failure. Instead, you embrace each failure as an opportunity to learn something, and then you move on. I'm gonna stop right there because I know some of you've heard the expression "failing forward." Okay, there are lessons in those failures. One thing you learn right up front is that doing it this way doesn't work. Not that you can't do it. I said that doing it this way, the way that you attempted it, doesn't work. So what do? You go back to the drawing board, right? And you make a new plan. Because think of this example. Like I know there's been at least 6 people make $1 million in 1 year. Okay? So have I done that? No. But this I do know, if they did it, then I can do it. I just have to find out how they did it and duplicate it. Okay? Because it's already been proven it's possible. It's just like, what's his name? Dave Banner with the 4-minute mile. Once something has been broken, that means anybody can do it, to include you. It's just a matter of finding out how. So don't take failure as failure. You can actually look at failure in some ways as a breakthrough, because you found a way that didn't work. So you go try something else. All right, let me move on. 4, keep things in perspective. It's very important. Sometimes bad things happen. It's a part of life. For most of us, however, our very worst day would seem like a vacation to somebody who has real problems, like not having enough to eat or trying to survive on a civil war, okay? Or locking your keys in the car. Now, you know, I have, my body's not perfect. I have ailments. But now, as an example, let's say I know that certain time of year I get bad allergies, right? They actually call it, I have allergy asthma. But now I just found out that a dear friend for the last 4 or 5 months has been fighting cancer, right? So is my situation really bad? It might be inconvenient at times for me, but it's not, I'm not fighting cancer. I thank God that it's never knocked on my door. Okay, so this is what I mean by sometimes you have to look at yourself if you're going through something, and then think about the person who has it worse than you. That's like, and this is 2021. And most of you looking at this right now, you have running water, you have a toilet that you can, flush some type of way. Do you know there's a percentage of the world that doesn't have, in what we call third world countries? There are people that still digging holes in the ground, or you get where I'm going, right? All right, so don't always think you've got it so bad, because in reality, you don't have it bad. You might be inconvenienced, but you don't have it bad. All right, let's get on down here. You ask for help when you need it. Refusing to ask for help, no matter how much you're struggling, is a sign of emotional immaturity. Asking for help means that you no longer feel that you have something to prove by being perfect. It shows you aren't afraid of people discovering your weakness, and you're understanding no one succeeds. I was just mentioning earlier, I'm thinking about getting a virtual assistant. I just got to a point to realize that everything that I really want to accomplish, right, in my vision, my dream, my purpose, that I can't do it all by myself. One, I don't know everything. I never claimed to know everything. And what I don't know, I can guide you to. I was smart enough to do that. And that's what it's about, being resourceful. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask for help. If you need help, ask for it. That's why I put out or started my coaching session because I want to help more people not waste money when they come online and just go jump into a business because somebody said in this video that Joe Blow just made $20,000 in 1 week. And they said, wow, that's good. Let me get into that. All right, you jump in, you pay your money. Let's say it costs you $500 to get in. It's like you're in now. All right, Joe Blow did it. What do I do? and you've realized this happened to me, okay, in 2007 in Texas. I paid, you had two levels. One was 1,500, one was 3,000 to get into this company. I paid the 1,500. And I got in, I was all excited, and it was all of a sudden, a bulb went off upstairs. You know what that bulb said? James, you don't know how to market. So therefore, I didn't make any money in that company. I lost. That was a $1,500 valuable lesson. And this is why I try to help people from doing, and why I created my not just Jay's 7-Figure Club, but at the same time, this talk show, is that people don't make those mistakes. If I can help you avoid that. If you're coming online and you happen to run across this, yes, you want to start a business. That's why you're online. And a million people are coming on right now a day because of the pandemic. But learn how to market, right? It's important. I happen to represent also a platform besides my coaching that teaches people how to market. Because there's some areas like TikTok. I'm kind of an old guy. I don't know much about TikTok. Am I perfect with Instagram? No, I barely got down Facebook and LinkedIn. So do I know everything? No, but like I said, I have people behind me that do. That's important. Okay, so that was asking for help. Number 6, you realize that life isn't a zero-sum game. It's not a seesaw either. Just because somebody else achieves big success, that doesn't mean you suffer a loss in equal proportion. You just don't win the particular time. One sure sign of success is the ability to celebrate others' achievements and sincere enthusiasm. This is very important, okay? A lot of times we're blinded by somebody else's success, and because we haven't done it in the amount of time that they did, then we don't celebrate their success. We look down on their success. We start saying things like, well, if he did it, why can't I? Or if she did that, I should be able to do it too. And then if you haven't done it in 30 days, you say, wow, this is a scam. I'm out of here. No, it's not a scam. You don't know that person's history. You don't know how much training, how long they've been preparing, how many courses they've taken. Maybe they even went somewhere to learn how to close sales. It's a possibility. You don't know their history. All you see is their numbers, their wins. But contact that person and ask them about the losses they had to get to their wins. Hello, I hope somebody's hearing me. This is important, okay? So, number 7. We're almost done. A couple more. Excuse me. Water got me. Wow. Number 7. You can tell the difference between drama and excitement. Remember the days when the stable relationships were boring and you quickly got tired of anyone who treated you as they should? If that kind of drama is a thing of the past, congratulations. If you prefer stability and a death to drama, you're succeeding. Let me see if I can analyze that one for you. I had to think about that one for a while. Okay. You know, there's a thing out there, and I'm speaking to the ladies. It's called bad boy syndrome. There's a lot of nice young guys that will really carry a lady like a queen or a princess. And they take their kindness for weakness. And instead, they want to go with what we call a bad boy, you know, the so-called gangster, right? Excuse me. And they accept bad treatment versus the good treatment. Or there's the person that The guy says, well, okay, I'm in a relationship, I'm married. I don't need to go out to the club. There's nothing in the club for me. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with taking your lady to the club, let her, dance. In the old days, we say shake a leg, now it's shake a booty. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? As long as you're there with her and you're enjoying it also. All right? Me, well, I think that was out the way by the time I was 25. And living in Europe, of course, they're allowed to go younger. They're allowed to actually drink at the age of 16. Clubs, I think it's more like 18. But by the time they're 23, they said, club? No, I don't have time for that. They'd rather have that stable relationship with a partner that, kind of makes them feel good. And they do things to make each other better. I hope I made sense on that one. I pray I do. Okay. Number 8, you no longer care what other people think. Wow, that's a great sign that you're being successful. So many people worry about what others are saying about you. No, 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 no. You only worry about what other people think when you still feel like you have something to prove. Conversely, you've made it when you don't worry about that anymore. When you true to yourself and your principles and are satisfied within your life, you've made it when you understand that other people's opinions are just that, opinions. They have no effect on reality. I've had people contact me in my inbox, right? And they'll make me a business offer, right? And whatever. Let's just say Bitcoin, right? And I'll express to them, that I don't have an interest, that I laid out my plans last December and I'm working my plans and I'm happy where I'm at. Okay. And it's like, they don't get it. It's like, well, man, I can show you how to do this. You're an idiot. Or I had a lady come into my inbox the other night. I don't know. I had to buy leads from her. That's the way she came across. And I said, have you ever heard of organic traffic? And then she didn't want to talk anymore. But I mean, she went so far as to ignore my conversation and kept trying to force her advertisement on me that I do business with her. And then it's like, when you don't with these people, then you know what they say? Well, why won't you take a look? And I say, no, you misunderstood. I told you I'm happy with what I'm doing. So when you are confident in yourself, when you know that you have success, it's in you doing what you believe is right to get you to your goal, not somebody else's goal. Okay? If they're doing great and they've achieved more than you have to this point, hey, clap for them. Because remember that race between the rabbit and the turtle. Okay? Remember who won in the end. I'll move on to number 9. All right, number 9, we can wrap this up. You accept what you can't change and change what you can. I'm going to read that again. You accept what you can't change and change what you can. There's a difference between pessimism and practicality. If there's a hurricane headed your way, there's nothing you can do to stop it. But once you accept that the hurricane is coming, you can start working to mitigate its effects. If your company's downsizing and you're laid off, every moment you spend in denial just delays whatever is waiting over the horizon. You're able to move on only when you start exploring your options and making plans to change, that you can take responsibility for your changing. The things you don't like about your life is the ones that are the biggest indicators of your success. I'm reading it again. Taking responsibility for changing the things you don't like about your life, not somebody else's, okay, is one of the biggest indicators of success. Now, I think that's a very powerful paragraph right there, because it actually speaks into reality. There are a lot of people that want to change others. They see everything that's wrong in others. Rather than saying that, I'm going to go back and read it. Accept what you can't change and change what you can. Now, from the spiritual side, we always say what you can't change, that you leave it to God, that you pass it up to Him. Okay, my apologies. Which I think is the way that it should be done. I mean, it's a reality. Okay, you're not made to change everything. So a great sign of success is when you work on changing yourself and not others. I think I could give that article an A plus. Right? I'm very happy. So look, again, don't forget tonight. I didn't have a chance to check comments, and I got about 9 of them. Whoa, good morning, Lori. Wow, I apologize. Good morning, Lori. Lori's doing a lot of writing. Okay. Yes, read the Bible, Heaven Reserve. Got you. Beautiful, Lori. I love it. Mary. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for sharing it. Look, if you want to help me reach that 10K on my shows, and of course in my group, all right, which of course is Jay's. I'm sorry, I was reading Mary's thing there. Okay, which of course is Jay's 7-Figure Club. Like, comment, share. All right, share on your timeline. Share if you've got your own group. This is something that's for everybody, right? Because think of this: we're all in this together. All right, we're all entitled to the good life. We're all entitled to success. That's why God put us down here. So if you got something out there, let me hear from you. I appreciate it. All right. But for now, I want you to keep this in mind. If you take some of the things that I tell you and you put them into effect, I know in my heart that I will see you at the top. And for those that don't think personal development or anything I've said is of value, I wish you the best. Okay. But we'll be waving to you from the top. Hey, look, I want you to have an awesome Thursday. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. God bless.